Hi everybody and welcome to Sunday tapping session, Emotional Freedom Technique. And today I'm going to be talking you through a sequence that helps you release criticism. So that can be criticism of yourself, criticism of other people. And I will talk you through, as we do the tapping, I will talk you through how we come to the place where we basically have that voice inside our head that tells us that we're rubbish, that we can't do anything, all those bad things. And hopefully by doing the tapping, whilst you are talking through how you absorb that feeling in the first place, will help you to release it. So as usual, I will talk you through the tapping sequence first of all. So we start off on our hand and then we go to the crown of our head. And I'm going to have to take my glasses off for this. So then we go to the corner of your eye and the side of your eye, underneath, under your nose, under your chin, under your mouth, on the chin, and under the bony bit of your collarbone, and then under your arm. And we do it in a sequence. So we are releasing criticism. So follow the tapping with me and try to really absorb the words. And if you do this every day, it makes such a difference to how you feel. It processes all of that inner talk that we can hear in our mind that tells us all of that negative stuff, and you can just feel really light and free. So we will begin. I sometimes criticize myself and I sometimes criticize other people. Throughout my life, I have heard criticism. I have heard people criticizing me. I have heard people criticizing others, and I have absorbed a culture that judges people and a culture that expects people to be a certain way. I absorbed all of those beliefs when I was very young. I learned what was acceptable in my culture, and I learned what was unacceptable and what would be judged by people who I respected and people who I wanted approval from. So I learned that I had to be a certain way if I was to be accepted. And over time, those beliefs have absorbed into my belief system, and I now think they are mine. So if I don't look a certain way, I criticize myself and I see myself as not good enough and not worthy. If I don't act a certain way, I criticize myself and I see myself as not good enough. I hold myself to a standard that was written and created by other people. People who I didn't know well enough to challenge. I was too young to challenge those beliefs, so I just believed that they were true. I believed that I had to be a certain way. So that voice that tells me I am not good enough, that I don't think the right things, that I don't say the right things or behave in the right way, that voice is not mine. I have believed it is mine for so many years because of how our mind internalizes our thoughts and beliefs. So I believe it. Every time it tells me I'm not good enough, I just assume that that's true. And I compare myself to other people who are judged to be perfect. And I look at other people and I don't feel like I am good enough. sometimes. Because of this inner voice of criticism, I can sometimes be quite judgmental to myself and to other people. So the voice that I internalized and that I believed was mine, I sometimes project that onto others. And I find myself looking at some people and thinking that they aren't good enough either. And that helps me to internalize that voice as true. I now realize that that voice was never mine, and those thoughts and beliefs never belonged to me. I didn't realize that I could make up my own thoughts and beliefs, that actually I didn't need to impress anybody, and that everybody else is doing exactly the same as me. They're internalizing a voice that was never theirs, and they are doing exactly what I do sometimes when I project my judgments and my criticisms onto other people. So I can accept that that voice is not relevant to me. I don't have to believe that voice because it isn't true. It's only become true to me because I have claimed it as mine. But now I can see that it never was mine. I can let it go, and I can start to build beliefs that support me and make me feel good. So I can look at myself and I can think whatever I want to think and see that that's okay. And I can look however I want to look, and I know that that's okay as well. I can choose to behave however I feel is right for me, and that is okay, regardless of the thoughts of other people or the criticisms from other people. I can choose my own path and my own way because I am the boss of me. I am in charge of my life. So I can start to let go a little bit at a time of those old judgments that don't help anybody. The old judgments that never made me feel good, they just made me feel judged. And the old judgments that led me to judge other people. I can now break that toxic cycle and choose lovely, loving thoughts about myself and other people. I can see that I am doing the best I can, and that is good enough. I can see that other people are doing the best they can, and that is good enough. I can also let go of the need to judge others in how they choose to live their lives. I can see that that is none of my business, and just letting go of that comparison and that judgment makes me feel free. Because when I can let go of judging other people, I can let go of judging myself. We are all doing the best we can. We all deserve compassion and kindness, and I can be compassionate and kind to myself, and I can give myself a break. I can accept that sometimes I might not get things right, but that's okay. And I can give others a break as well. And I can send peaceful, loving thoughts to other people, even if they live their lives differently from me. How I live my life is my choice, and I accept it completely. And in the same way that I let go of criticizing others, I choose to not hear any criticisms other people have of me. I can let them go really easily because I know they don't matter. I know that other people who criticize me are just internalizing their own belief system and the criticism that they give to themselves. So I can actually feel compassion for people who are judgmental towards me, because I know that it's just a reflection of their pain, and it's just a reflection of how they speak to themselves. So instead of feeling angry, I can feel compassion and send them love and loving thoughts. And I do the same for myself. I am kind to myself always. And even when it's hard to do that, even when it's hard to break that cycle, I know that it takes a little bit of time, and that's okay. But bit by bit, I can start to speak to myself in a much more kind and peaceful way. I can be my own cheerleader. And if I hear that voice that criticises me, I can just let it go. I don't need to be angry with that voice. I don't need to listen to that voice. I can just let it go, let it fade into the distance until it doesn't even try to get my attention anymore. I accept myself completely. I accept every decision I make. I approve of myself and my decisions. I let go of the need of approval from others. I love myself, and I can send love to other people, and I can help to make this whole world a little bit more of a loving place when I do this. I accept myself, and I approve of myself completely, and that's how I feel. Take a nice deep breath. Let it go. Okay, I hope you enjoy. I hope you get a chance to practice that as much as you can. And it's a really nice way of letting go of any judgments we have about ourselves and other people. We can break that cycle. Okay, have a fabulous week, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.